You ever feel like your faith is being tested? I mean, how many times have we said, "Oh Lord, not again," or "Why am I going through this?" Let's talk about that today on your morning cup of inspiration. Hello, and thank you for joining me today. We all go through trials. We all have trials of faith in our life. And here at Fearless Faith, we mention that we have faith, but you have to face it fearlessly. You have to dive straight in, and believe. Over in the book of James, it talks about faith and talks about how faith endures through trials. And over in James 1, 2 through 11, it really tells this whole story of how we endure and how we're supposed to ask for wisdom and how we're supposed to be humble in our faith too, and bold. But over in James 1, verse 2, it does say, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." I think about my own mother. Mom was 90 when she passed away a couple years ago, but her last couple years, she was in the hospital more than she was out. And my mom had a great deal of faith. I mean, she had like this direct line to heaven as far as I was concerned, and everybody else had asked her to pray. But she had a condition where her bones were weak, but she was blood pressure was shooting up and then dropping down and shooting up and dropping down, and they kept putting her on like 12 medications at one time trying to resolve this. But every time they'd have this quick drop, she'd pass out. And when she'd go down, she'd break something because of brittle bones. And the last one was the one that did the damage the most. I mean, she blacked out and in a bathroom, bounced off the tub in the commode and broke too many bones, ribs, elbow, scapula. And she was messed up, and she could not get up from that. And we knew that was going to happen to her eventually. But Mom's faith, every time she would go into the hospital, I would call her and say, "Mom, what's going on?" And she'd say, "Brian, I don't know." She goes, "But God has me here to speak to someone, and I have to figure out who that is." She'd always look at it that way. She had faith that she was going in there to meet someone, to speak to someone, that God was using her broken body to minister to somebody else. That's faith. And she should be coming out most of the time. She figured she had the person she had to meet, and once she met that person and she witnessed to them or she prayed with them, and she would pray with all the doctors and nurses, and when she had a chance to get up and walk down the hall, she heard anybody in pain, she'd stop in that room and lay hands on them and pray for them. But that was her. And she had the faith to believe that God put her there and that God was going to heal these people that she was praying for, was going to intercede for them. Over in 1 Peter 1, 6 through 8, the Bible tells us, "In all this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have to suffer grief in all kinds of trials. These have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. Though you have not seen him, you love him. And even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with an inexpressible and glorious joy." That's what faith will bring you, especially when you see the end results. You're going to have an inexpressible and glorious joy. Hope you'll experience that today. Hope that you'll read James 1, 2 through 11 also, and then have faith. Just put your faith in God and believe in it wholeheartedly. He will not fail you. God bless you and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you again for another Morning Cup of Inspiration.